Hello everybody and welcome back to the library of Ruina. Alrighty, the time has come for us to continue as we normally do. Now, something I do want to bring up is I would have noticed eventually, but I noticed right away because Henry Plays has told me of an update that's occurred. To none other than the Tifrith that we use all the time. So, now, I don't know for sure, but supposedly it is basically just a visual update, and I believe a few enemies within the reception got nerfed. Issue, I'm not able to replay the reception, so I'm just going to take your word on that. But you can very visibly see that the outfit has been changed. Like over on the left, it is a gem blade with kind of like the Knight of Despair cloak, and then Tifrith's coat over top that, with Queenie's wings at the shoulders. Whereas on the right, we have a halo, a crown from King of Greed, seemingly a cape from, hang on, don't tell me, I remember. Servant of Wrath, that's the one. And then Queenie's sort of arm feather pieces are a little bit different. And then as for the sword itself, ooh, very pretty sword. I really, really like the sword design. Also, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Dawn shoes. I don't know that for sure, though. Either way, pretty cool. And then there was also a visual update for all of the actual art. Although, some of these pages have been reworked. For example, Arcana Heartbeat. The page I used to use religiously for healing, it doesn't do that anymore. On use, enhance the existence pages of the Queen and the Fool you possess by 1 level. Add 1 Arcana Dual Slave page to your hand, and on Clash Win, destroy the opponent's next die. So, I'm guessing what that means is that instead of, like, despair or... How to explain? You know how Tifrith would pick a page relating to one of the magical girls? I believe this is how you upgrade them now, is by using these pages. I think. Let's see. There is also Arcana Tier Reign. Enhances the existence pages of the Knight and the Fool you possess by 1 level. Then return cost to the original value. Combat start during this scene. Allies with HP below half take 50% less damage and stagger damage. It also, on hit, give 2 protection to the ally with the highest HP next scene. Arcana Glory Road. It enhances the King and the Fool. Restores 3 light, draws 3 pages, then returns to the original value. And on hit, restore 1 light and draw 1 page. And Arcana Brave Blow. It enhances the page and the Fool. I think that's a typo. Damage dealt by this page is doubled. And then there is also, of course, Determination, which is Tifrith's signature page. On use, all dice on this page gain power equal to cost reduction on this page, then return cost to original. I don't know, so, I'm guessing the best way to play Tifrith now is honestly to play her singleton, which I know. Oh, look at that, Shadow's playing another singleton deck. Hey, this time, it's not my fault. Although you do know that I like singleton decks. Zhao Wei. The final strike is at the target's center of mass, 30 degrees to the left, all the way along the semi-major axis. After finishing up, remember to help the chemistry team collect experiment samples. I don't know who's who, so I'm just going to give voices and we'll adjust as we see them. Got it. Center of mass, to the left, 30 degrees, halfway, semi-major axis? You mean you and your convoluted way of speaking Can't you just simplify it? Alright, found the entry point. Wrapping up. Send someone to collect the samples, then come back. That should keep things quiet around the Institute for a while. Good work, everyone. Pack it up. Nice Signalis reference in the background here. Little group photo. Are you guys in the back streets? The back streets. Oh. Are you guys in the outskirts? Also, I can't... Is that an incorrect voice? Because I'm feeling that it is. Clo. KC1010. Clo on the wall. Who's the fairest in the workshop? Okay, hi. I feel like your voices should... You know what? It's fine. I said we're gonna adjust as we go. That would be me! Okay, you are, guy. That was definitely the wrong voice. Brother Xiao Wai is... That's my bro. It's perfect. No, it's definitely KK. There's too many characters all at once. Stop arguing. It's obviously me. Get lost. Aren't you guys bored of arguing like that every day? I didn't call you all here for idle chatter. We're just lightening the mood after finishing field work. All right, all right. What's up?
Having a ton of fun, aren't you? I've been watching for quite a while. I look like I just walked on a Tiffer's floor.
Oh? Brother Xiang! Long time no see! Long time no see, KK. What brings you out here in the middle of nowhere? I'm here to discuss some serious business. How unusual! What could possibly be so serious that even our illustrious genius inventor Eric Z himself can't handle alone? Tell us. Don't rush me. I will explain it at my own pace. I've been researching some new things lately. Made a batch of prototypes and had some association fixers test them for me. Then something went wrong. They fell in the library. I trained them on how to use the prototypes. That also includes some important information. That's the problem. If their books fall into the wrong hands, it would be somewhat troublesome for me. So I have to ask you to retrieve them. But you're so strong. Why don't you just go yourself? Wouldn't that be easier than asking us? Yeah, but then he has to get his hands dirty. I have some other matters here. Can't really be away. If I could go myself, would I need to rely on an unreliable guy like you? Don't forget you learned from me, kid. Hey! Let's say we do retrieve the books. Can we also read their contents? Of course! Oh, our voices are fusing! I also have some of my latest research here. If you get them back, I'll share those with you. Fair enough? Though I have to wonder if amateurs like you could even understand a single word. Oh, sharp-tongued as ever. Anyways, that's the situation. Oh, I have the invitation right here. I'll give it to you if you do decide to go. I assume you need some time to discuss your strategies, so I'll step outside. I wonder if there's anything left of the coffee KK brought for me. No, don't drink it! Well, that was an interaction. Zichu, what do you think?
The library. I have indeed heard some rumors about it lately. A new star of the city.
A star? No wonder these unlucky fixers brought Brother Zuhang hired fell inside.
And that's exactly why we should be cautious. Association fixers equipped with prototype weapons from Structural Workshop. You all know how bold his functional designs can be during the experimental phase. Under these circumstances, the library is likely stronger than the outside world anticipates.
Who was this again? Hang on. Who is that again? I need to double check. There's a whole lot of names. Oh, it's okay. It's this guy. He's just not lit up. But the rewards are tempting, aren't they? Brother Jiang is actually willing to show us crazy ideas he usually keeps hidden. Can't imagine what kind of monstrosity he designed that requires such a big effort to retrieve, especially considering he's willing to share it with us.
I agree, but the library must also be strong. I need to hear everyone's opinion.
Or no, wait, no. No, I'm getting confused. This is Li Bo. Libao? I don't know. And this is me. And this is me.
And then this is me.
Okay. Alright, glad we're caught up. Sorry, there's so many names being thrown around at once. I'm sorry, that's my bad. I think it's worth checking out. Risk and reward are proportional. His research would be extremely valuable to us. Moreover, recently, bottlenecks everyone's facing in research are obvious. Books containing his ideas would be a huge help.
I can't deny that curiosity is our primary driving force.
I know, right? By the way, I'm back, and if Brother Xiang went himself, he'd have solved it long ago. Otherwise, why would he ask us? He's always busy with one thing or another. I doubt he has time for anything.
What say you, Xiao Wei?
If you support it, I'm in too.
Then it's decided. We're heading to the library, with at least 2 leading the team. Kyo, are you going? If we get the books, you could study the contents right away. After all, his research style is similar to yours.
Yes! I really want to see what novel ideas Brother Xiang used in his latest invention. I'll go, too.
Good.
I don't remember how you talk anymore. We don't know the grades of the fixers that fell in the library or their weapons, so it's hard to estimate the library's power. Be very careful.
Star is right. If the library's strength far exceeds our estimate, retreat immediately and come back for reinforcements. Safety first. Don't get drawn into prolonged combat. Minimize personal injury. With your abilities, you should be able to retreat safely.
Understood. Have you finished discussing? Yes, we've decided to go. Here's the invitation. I wonder if it will be too much of a trouble for you. If it will, you owe us. Haha, that'll be after you succeed. Once you're done, come visit the workshop. It'll be a good excuse to take a few days off. Take care, you two. Staying alive is #1 priority. It wouldn't be worth it if you two got stuck there. If you two turn into books, we have no one to fish you out. It's not like we have a super strong director resurrecting deputy director.
If you are that bored, maybe go back to your room and sleep some more.
Isn't there still me to come save you personally? I doubt you would do that. But then, how should I scam you in return?
Haha.
Or no. Haha. Remember that you got kicked out of the bar after getting drunk?
How dare you bring that up? Wasn't it you who insisted on mixing all the drinks together and got drunk? And you just had to drag me into it too.
I still remember the scene. Star was rolling on the floor, knocked over 3 tables, and spilled wine all over Zichu's face. Xiaowai, tied up by Star, could only flail around, bumped into my head, then started crawling on the ground like a worm.
The other 2 drunks have no right to judge us. You both looked so excited when Star was mixing drinks at random.
Hey, talk all you want, but leave me out of it. I don't think anybody mentioned you.
That's not what you said when you were downing 4 types of liquor straight from the bottle.
After Zichu threw me out, I lost consciousness, but I felt like someone else landed on top of me. It was Xiaowai. I was still a bit conscious then. I clearly remember Star laying on the ground. Oh my god. Zichu holding Xiaowai by 1 foot and kicking him out, after which he landed on Star, and then Zichu dragged me and Li Bo away by our hands.
Stop, stop, stop! The renowned scholar Ito of Structural Workshop once said, when the sun rises, forget yesterday. I don't remember him ever saying that. I guess I'll have to ask him when I get back. Do you need me to remind you how you got back? 4 drunks were thrown onto a cart. I pushed you back for a long time. Enough chit-chat. I feel like Zichu's resentment is overflowing.
We better leave quickly.
Should I go back to my research? If there's nothing for me, I'll take my leave.
Now that you mention it, I have to go too.
Fine, fine. I won't stay here just to dampen the mood. I'm out too. After all, there are 2 guys back at the workshop waiting for me. Without me, they have no one to annoy. Can't wait for your good news.
Right. We get going on our mission. Chemistry team, math team, assemble! Oh god, math team, I'm already at a disadvantage. Let's go, Li Bo. Okay, everyone, move out.
These people, really. Hey, so that was something. Zichu Science Institute. What's their deal? Never heard of them.
So there is information even you are unaware of.
I can't possibly know everyone in the city. But I heard of the Structure Workshop guy. He's actually quite famous in District 8. Maybe those people are his friends.
They seem quite dedicated to research and knowledge.
People like that aren't too rare, I guess. The city has all sorts, but the ones I've met like that usually didn't last very long. Still, a bunch of researchers daring to challenge the star of the city. Their combat abilities must be quite something.
Is there a problem?
No, but
But?
it seems like they all get along really well. Quite nostalgic. I used to have companions like that.
What about now?
He tugs on his collar. That was a long time ago. He's like, I don't know that I'd call you real close, you know?
Greetings, dear guests. I am Angela, the director and librarian of my roles. Namesake. So that's the library. Different from what I imagined. I thought it would be full of blood and paper made of people or something like that. Better than I imagined, but still a bit oppressive. Hello, we are from the True Science Institute, here to retrieve some books. I am the deputy director, Li Bo. This is my comrade, Stop stealing my lines. I'll introduce myself. I'm the head of the chemistry team. Whatever that name is. Can we get started? Of course. But before that, I'd like to ask you a question. What is it? Among all the people I've met, why are you so uniquely dedicated to knowledge? Everyone has their pursuits. We're no different. As scholars, truth is our only goal. Ah, and the comrades by our side. Haha. It's not that we're obsessed with knowledge. It's our shared passion for it that... It's our shared passion for it that created us. Does that answer suffice? Even if it means risking your life. If I learn the truth in the morning, I can die content in the evening. As the library director, have you perhaps heard this widely known story? Someone willing to give their life for the truth they pursued their whole life. Though we cherish the process more than the result, they are still worthy of our respect. The mission, the mission. We've chatted enough uselessly today. Zichu will scold us if we go back late. You don't usually talk this much with enemies. You just charge in with that sword almost as tall as me. Well then, we should proceed. Thank you for your answer. May you find your book in this place.
And so we begin. Endured only to pierce. Regent Spill. On a successful attack, gain one of the following effects. Inflict 1 feeble next scene, inflict 2 paralysis next scene, inflict 2 fragile next scene, inflict 2 bind next scene. Interesting. Only one of the effects can be applied though. Disassociation Acid. On a successful attack, inflict 1 acidic mark. Offensive dice gain +1 power against target who has status ailment. And Redox. On a successful attack, if character has 8 or more acidic state, inflict 2 oxidation for target and inflict 1 oxidation for other enemies once per scene. Triple experimental preparation. On use, restore 1 light. On hit, inflict 1 fragile. Next scene. I left my window open and there is a train going by. Double region preparation. On use, draw 1 page. On hit, damage increases by the amount of status ailments on the target. On hit, when inflicting mark, inflict 1 additional stack by this dice. Double disproportion. Oh my goodness. Disproportionation reaction. Disproportionation reaction. I think. All dice on this page gain the effect on clash win, inflict 1 acidic mark. Acidic mark is inflict X bleed and X by 2 fragile on self at the start of each scene. Oxidation is taken damage and damage from status ailments plus X, and it's cleared at the end of each scene. Acidic mark is pretty nasty. Fragile and bleed, that is just guaranteed damage. Catalyze. On use, when inflicting status ailments using combat pages next scene, double the amount of stack. On hit, target will not lose status ailments at the end of the scene. Ugh! And acid base neutralization. On clash win, reduce the power of the opponent's next die by 2 and then inflict up to 2 fragile. Chem team member. Endured normal. A little bit of missing text here, but basically inflict 3 bleed next scene, inflict 2 fragile next scene, or inflict 1 bind next scene, chosen at random on hit. Disassociation acid, we already saw that. Don't know what this passive is, but on a successful attack, if character has 3 or more unique status ailments, inflict 2 oxidation next scene. Triple experimental preparation, triple regent preparation, and triple disproportionation reaction. And then, despite looking different, you guys have the same deck.
Wait a minute. Oh, Stargaze has new art as well now. Restore 1 light, gain 3 charge if you have... Oh, so same effect, although these dice also seem different. Wow, how many mods are getting visual updates all of a sudden? That's kind of crazy. Too early to go with strength, probably? Yeah, probably. So you know what? We'll go with Broken Grail and just lose control of ourselves. Facing Yourself. Wow, that is a crazy looking card. Same effect though, so that's nice. So let's go with Horizontal Cut and Vertical Slash. Here we go. Counter dice. Oh no, we're losing clashes on Kinsey. Oh, whatever will I do? Ouch. Okay, Horizontal Cut. It did do enough damage to get our effects, so that's quite nice. Vertical Slash. Oh, does not get that second hit, so unfortunately we are not going to get the cost reduction, so that does suck a little bit. Also, we're actually taking some big damage. Luckily, Mr. Amaterasu is getting some value from Gear Wheel. Okay, I really like how the full page looks. That actually looks super sick. Are these different? Because this used to be Disappointment in Self. Activate the following effects based on the amount of times this page is selected. 1 time. At the start of each scene, 1 random enemy is inflicted with 1 random status ailment from Paralysis, Feeble, Disarm, Bind. Take it twice. Increase the amount of affected enemies by 1. More status ailments. All enemies inflicted with status ailments from this effect instead. Oh, all enemies instead at 4. Okay. And at 5... double the amount of total status effects. Wow. Okay. The Queen, on a successful hit, recover health, then stagger resist, then more... Oh, and then give someone resilience. Whoa! Okay, Queenie has been buffed like crazy. Damage up and strength. No, just damage up, then strength, then 2 allies, then double the amount given, and then give power up instead of strength. I wonder what that does. So here's the deal, right? We have a whole lot of cards that buff up these passive cards. So theoretically, is there a Tiff Zodia thing going on here? Why don't we find out? This is also for... Let's see. Yeah, we'll take Blessing on Lily. Why not? They're all talking about a total failure. Acidic Mark is certainly not doing nice things to us. Lily is going for some AoE stuff. Okay, that's fine. So this will enhance our pages, but I actually don't want to use that just yet. So let's clash here. We should be good. Let's clash here. All right, here we go. Give it a try. Hope. Wow. Big AoE damage. It also gets rid of a little bit of enemy dice that we need to worry about. Big debuffing coming down from... I just noticed how much damage Amaterasu took, and that completely derailed me. My bad. Either way, Stab coming down, getting plenty of damage for all of that cost reduction. All of that being 1. Okay, Black Gust, so we get it again for free. Counter Dice does do a little bit of value. Black Gust also getting a teeny tiny bit of value, but Lily is taking some big damage. Ooh, she's not dead yet. I didn't hear no bell. Venom coming down, but we are not courageous, though we do get ourselves a stagger. The Knight, what do you do now? At the start of each scene, give 2 protection to 1 random ally, then give 2 stagger protection as well, then do 2 allies, then increase the amount of protection, stagger protection by 1, then increase the amount of affected allies by an additional 2, and all allies take 25% less damage and stagger damage. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. So the Tiff Zodia thing. We feel like that's good, right? We feel like that's gonna get us big value, because I certainly do. Can't go for bravery to stand against, unfortunately, even though I want to, so we are just gonna go for some one-sided attacks. I am gonna go for Twisted, then we'll go for Let's Have Some Fun! We are actually low enough health to go for life insurance, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then immediately followed up with a End of the Line, which should just about give us a kill. Instinct Release so that we get a little bit of healing, and then I will go for Black Gust right here, just in case. Fair bit of healing on Amaterasu, plus AoE damage is always good. Arcana! Heartbeat! Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like those effects already. That's so cool. Then again, alright. I think we all know I'm a sucker for magical girl stuff. It doesn't... It could be a 1 out of 10, and I would still love it like a 10 out of 10, which just means a 10 out of 10 is a 20 out of 10 for me. Everybody on the enemy team is getting super stressed out. What, do they care about each other? Ugh, disgusting. Let's go ahead and go for the queen. Also, that is how it works. The fool is at level 2. So, I'm getting the sneaking suspicion that there absolutely is some kind of Tiff Zodia thing that we can be doing here. Arcana Dual Slave, by the way. Interesting. It rotates between the previous and this one. Okay. Okay. There's some big value to be had here. Also, I do not think that our current deck loadout for Tifrith is good. I think it is very, very bad. But you know what? That's fine. Freedom should get just completely free value. Let's go ahead and go for Hypocrisy. We have inflicted a little bit of bind. Not enough to get a cost reduction, but that's okay. We can inflict some bind right here. Then we can get ourselves a Blade Unlocked. End of the Line and Stargaze, just in case you survive. I'm gonna see how this turn goes. Let's see how much damage we do. Because she might run away. Oh, super sick animation. Okay. End of the Line. Hypocrisy coming down, making us look a little bit odd, but that's fine. Where the prescript lies. Flash Freezing also getting a tiny bit of cost reduction because we have inflicted enough bind. All of us are so low health that I honestly think we are going to die. But what pages do we have? I'm going to go for Arcana Dual Slave. You know what? Why not? We deserve it. We deserve to have ourselves a little bit of fun. Wouldn't you agree? Then let's also just do a lot of one-sided damage. Let's go for another Broken Grail. And you're done. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, no. Yeah, she's done. Oh, and she ran. Perfect. Then let us meet again. Lebo! 210 health, 100 stagger resist. Normal, endured. Normal, endured. The Chosen One. Deals 25% more stagger damage. Dilation. On use page, all dice on the page gain minimum roll value against targets with slower speed. Up to 2. If the difference is at least 4 points, it grants all of the character's die a +1 maximum roll value, and this page trigger Homothety. Homothety? I don't know how to quite say that one. Homothety. Add 2 special combat page into character's ego. Can be used at most 3 times. Can be used at most 3 times per scene. Uh-oh. On use page, if trigger Homothety, trigger all dilation bonuses. Ugh. Okay, 3 point which is on use, restore 1 light. Similarity, draw 1 page. It also triggers Homothetty. Point, only 2 copies. Only 2 copy of this page can be held at a time. On use, restore 2 light. Similarity, restore 1 light additionally. Double surface, on use, draw 1 page. Similarity, recycle the last die in this page, which on hit deals 5 stagger damage. Similarity, if the speed difference between user and the target is no more than 1, copy the counter dice of this page into the counter page of the ally with the smallest speed difference from user. Congruence, change the attack target of the target page to this page. On use, if own speed equals target speed, all dice on this page gain +2 power. On hit, gain 1 speed. Or 1 haste. Analytic geometry. Similarity, all dice on this page gain on hit. If target isn't staggered, do not deal damage, but deal 50% more stagger damage. Ooh. Wow, he has some serious stagger potential. On clash win, destroy the opponent's next die. On hit, if target is staggered, deal damage equal to the stagger damage dealt. And then math team member. Chosen one, Homothetty, Okay, so they have about what he has.
I didn't hear no bell. Just 'cause you think we're low health does not mean we're out of this yet. Hope is nothing but an illusion!
For you. Now let's see if I immediately eat my words or not. Bink. Bink. Ooh, and then the triple tap. We like that one.
The wing, voracious for knowledge. End of the line.
Stargaze, almost getting us a stagger.
The courage that clears wrath.
Let's have some fun. Ooh, counter dice immediately going quite nicely for us. Yeah, Tiffer's floor continues to be our most busted floor, but that's fine. It is a little bit too early to take Wrath, but you know what? I already see what's gonna happen. We'll take Hope. Grrr! Tiffereth is going for Big Smack and Determination. That guy is so unbelievably dead. That's only 2. Man, no one's using any pages with 3 dice? Dang. Alright, well. Unfortunately, that does mean that we do not get a whole lot of value from Amaterasu on this scene. We also can't go for Salvation yet, because we all have to be at emotion level 5. So, let's go for Black Gust. And Freedom? Then, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. We get a stagger here, easy peasy. We get more draw. And then we get a stagger here, question mark? Yeah, that should be fine. Oh yeah, absolutely annihilated. Black Gust coming down and doing, honestly, quite a bit for us. Twisted Delight also following up pretty nicely. A stagger coming down from Sosa. Second stagger coming from Sosa, and Astral Resonance from Amaterasu takes out our foe. Now, Greed. We could. You know what? I'm gonna go for Fiction. You can't stop me. Interestingly, we can only pick 3 of the special cards for Tiffereth. Okay, so there might not be a Tiff Zodia as I suspected. I was really thinking that if we took all 5 and leveled them all up to 5, as well as taking the Clown, that, you know, I thought it. I am unfortunately mistaken, but you know what? That's okay. We are going to go for a kill right here. Tifrith is doing plenty of damage. She needs absolutely no help with that. We're going to go for Polar Ice Bloom. Then, where the Prescript falls. Oh, you're going for our own teammate. Okay, Kinsey does take a Magical Girl Beam directly to the face, but that's fine. These wings of fire point to our enemies alone. Vertical Slash coming down from Tifrith, dealing a crazy amount of damage because she is so insanely hyper buffed. Amaterasu shrugging off her attacks completely though, because he could care less. Yeah, Tifrith also going exclusively for us once again. Let's go for the bravery to stand against, followed by a clown show, then Ego Corrosion. And we'll also go for Gestalt Collapse, because hey, why not? It's funny. And you will die. Ouch. Actually, wow, I am shocked that that all did no damage. In fact, why is Tifrith doing literally 0 damage to us? I feel like she should be doing way more than that. Oh, you know what? Suddenly I think I have an idea why. We'll check in just a moment, though. We go completely invisible for Gestalt Collapse, and he flees. I think we were taking 0 damage because we had a fully upgraded Night of Despair page, combined with Tifrith using the Night of Despair page, combined with the protection. I think that's why we were taking actually 0. Oh, okay, and we do actually get their pages. I was kind of wondering if we wouldn't get it until like a phase 2, but no, we do actually get their books. Oh, but there is no story to close it off. And there's no part 2. Unfortunate. Nice. Well. So that status effect that they deal does a lot of damage. It really punishes you for not winning your clashes or allowing them to do one-sided attacks on you. Like you saw, despite the fact that I would argue Tifrith's floor is one of, if not our strongest floor, they just about killed us. Now, part of that was because I was going a little bit easy at times, but that is a dangerous set of passives. That bleed adds up fast. That fragile adds up fast. And they deal more damage based on the amount of status effects that you have. So, that fragile and bleed, that's 2. So that's +2 flat damage. And then, depending on fragile, you take even more damage. And then you do an attack, you take damage from bleed. That seems like a really, really nasty reception to do if you do not have a lot of healing. Which Tifrith's floor does, as you saw. We went from literally like 10% health to 50. But, either way, fun reception. Unique idea. I don't think... Honestly, Fragile doesn't get used a whole lot in modded receptions. I don't believe. Like, I can think of Bind, Bleed, Fire. I can think of a lot that have to do with Burn. I would argue Fragile is a pretty unpopular one, though. Now, there is one thing that I want to mention in passing. And that is the... this right here. You know the one. The Giga White Knight. So, apparently, there is an English translation floating around. It's not official. I don't know how I would go about installing that, and I don't even know where it is. But I have been told that supposedly if I do want to streamline the process, we could play it right now. But since I'm missing 2 out of the 2 steps, well, that kind of makes it a little bit no-go. Something else that I have put together is apparently there is 2 routes to play the final reception of this mod as well. There's like an ego route and an abnormality route or something. I don't know how that goes either, but supposedly there is 2 key pages to unlock depending on the route you take. And from what I know, one of them is, of course, Giga White Knight. And I think the other one is just like Giga Angela, I think? I don't know. But either way, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you
in the next one.
Bye.